Hi, welcome to Mini Medi. Today is going to be a little bit different because I'm just going to express myself because I feel a need to. And I'm going to really be mindful on how I place my words. I did not vote for Donald Trump. I really was shocked when he won. I am neither identified as Democrat or Republic or anything. I vote my heart just like everyone does. I do not criticize anyone who voted for whoever they vote for whenever they vote. I, for the most part, have voted for the simple fact as a way to honor the women who have gone before me, because there was a time that women were not allowed to vote. Our opinions did not really matter. We were not valued of having any type of intelligence. Myself included, I have dumbed myself down at times just to fit in. Mistake. However, I bet there's a lot of women out there who have, just to fit in. It's amazing what people will do to fit in to certain groups. So I do encourage everyone to live through their heart and to be true to themselves and to explore and find out who you really are. And then when you discover who you really are, know that you are freaking amazing no matter what you have figured out who you are. We're all unique and beautiful in our own way with things to share and our talents to share. As it turns out, and I do not mean this in a boastful way at all, I actually have 144 IQ, and I was delighted to find that out because I always thought I was stupid. I had terrible affirmations toward myself. But I've also had for many years, as far as I can remember, a very overdeveloped sense of instincts. And that's my gift. I just feel things and I know things. That has nothing to do with the intelligence that I just mentioned. However, it's made me, my gifts make me very sensitive, and I just have an inner instinct of knowing things. So this whole thing is really about my feelings and about Donald Trump when he became the president. I like Donald Trump. I am not going to lie about that. I have Donald Trump books because I didn't like him personally as a person, like ethically or morally or whatever, but I find his intelligence about financial, what he's done in his life drew me in and made me interested. How did he get rich? So I read his books and they were interesting. I've watched a reality show he had about helping other people who were wanting to spend all their money, and I've watched it only a couple times. I'm not a fan of his for reality shows. I just thought he's interesting as far as how he makes money, and I was interested in reading a little bit about that. However, I was surprised when he won at the polls, and no, I did not vote for him. Did I vote? Yes, because I always vote because, like I said, there were women who could not vote, so I honor them by voting because I get to vote, and so many of them probably wanted to vote and couldn't vote. They were, women were not valued like we are valued today. Better? Are we up to par yet? No, we still don't get paid as much as men in many fields. That's going to have to also shift someday. And a lot of times if you observe, and women are more in a role with men around, not speak as much as the men. So there's still some of it going on, definitely not to the degree. Thank you, Lord. And thank you for the strong people who stepped up, the strong women, and the strong supporters that were men, but they were strong supporters of women gaining more footage, gaining more equal rights. Thanks to the many movements that have identified even women who have been abused by men and having to or feeling they needed to, I'm not sure, but women actresses and all kinds of people, women who have, I don't want to say slept their way to the top, even though that's happened, but or have felt that they needed to, or men who put them in that position because that's how men, back in the day, the way people are just programmed into these bizarre roles to get ahead. I felt like, and I realize people do sell themselves. I call it you sold yourself to the devil to get ahead. Whatever. You pay a price. You really do, inside your being when you do things like that. I really believe that. But I just remember there's something that happened when I found out Donald Trump won, and then as years went by, many, many times, I've just thought, wow. It was almost like I felt like America sold their soul to the devil because they wanted him to make them rich or something. Now, I admit I have my own reasons. A lot of times I vote for the person I feel is a good person, or a person who's a good person and cares about people and cares about and the environment. It's always one of the things. And everyone votes, for what inside of them they feel strongly toward. Like some people will vote for every child has every like pro-life, I guess is a good way to put it. Pro-life, for everybody should be born, things like that. So everybody has their areas that they feel strongly about for whatever reason. It doesn't really matter. I'm not getting into analyzing any of that, but I just know the feeling that I got when Donald Trump won, and then as time marched on, with the impeachment, I just was shocked that he made it through that. But, it's unfortunate, too, how people think money is power, because money is not power. Money is an energy, and money can be used for good or can be used for destruction. So money can be used to construct the world. I've always felt like people at this time, because the people that have so much money is a small percentage, and I've always thought that there should be, all the money should kind of be distributed evenly, and the haves should give to the have-nots, and that's just always kind of been my take. But I definitely felt like something about my own soul, like we all just collectively sold our soul and and just our priorities got so out of line, and they've been so out of line in America. This is my opinion. And now it's time to restore the heart of our people, restore our heart and our soul, and stop this egocentric, all about me and all about getting mine and money, and I don't care who I gotta use and who I gotta step on. That's some craziness. That's crazy, but I'm all about I just had a thought like, man, people just, so many people that are in power, they just don't care about, they're killing our planet, they're killing our animals, people are killing each other, and just people who are marketing food are killing us because their food is killing us. People are dying from what they're eating and their choices, and to fit in, and for money, and for power. And I keep saying power because if you think it's power to have power over people, that's some BS, because empowerment is so much different. Empowerment means I know my inner power, and I will help you to feel strong within you to embrace yourself, you to love yourself. No matter what people have told you, who's tried to push you down for their opinions about, oh, you're female, you can't do that, you're left-handed, you can't do that. Yes, that's something I've heard. You're too short, you can't do that. You're too young, you can't do that. You're too old, you can't do that. You're too this, you can't do that. You're too that, you're too this, you're too weak, you're too this. I have heard so much BS, and I used to let people control me like a little freaking puppet because I believed them just automatically. Okay. And it was when I started challenging those suppressions that I realized, I can stand in my own power. I stand on my 2 feet, and I know what gives me strength. First of all, there's so much energy around me right here and now that gives me strength. Yes, I'm supported by deceased people and spirits of my grandmothers, and the strength of, I have an army at my back, and you might not even be able to see them, but I know they're there, and that gives me power. Some people in real life form give me power. I can tell you the people right now I admire that I haven't met that have helped me, and they don't even have a freaking clue how much they have restored me and helped me and healed me, and that's Oprah. Lately, the ladies on The View, I love you. Dr. Oz, wow, I love you. You've given me so much valuable information, especially have helped me with my serious sugar addiction that was killing me. I've learned so much on your show, and Joel Osteen, just listening to him and reminding me to keep that faith, feeding my soul, feeding my spirit, feeding my mind at times of need. These are some of the people like on TV, and lately even more heroes, and have been just helping me so much to see, lately there's, I don't know the names, but I know there was a gentleman, probably at Starbucks, but he just asked a woman, he was a barista, I asked a woman, do you have a mask with you? And she's flipping him off and put it on Facebook trying to be right. And oh, look at, he's, can you believe he asked me to put on mask? Well, I told him, and then people were like, really? I mean, he's just doing his job. People just want to work, and it's not like he's a jerk. And people trying to make you the jerk are the jerk, basically. And people have been doing that to me. I'm not doing anything. I go out, I have my mask on, and they're all like, calling me names. I've actually been called names, and they don't even know me or know what they're talking about. I'm trying to fix my computer as we're talking, technology with this stuff. Preparing support. Okay, good, it's gone. I'm not even sure if you could see that, but we'll just move on. So, yeah, like, I've been called, like, terrible names and people making assumptions, but hey, I just care about my health. You don't know me, you don't even know, so please don't judge me. It all goes back to the errors, it's a sin to... Basically, the description of a sin is an error in your thinking. So we all sin and we all do it, but don't take it personal. If I'm wearing a mask, I'm not afraid you personally have it. I'd rather be safe than sorry, because I actually care about my health. So I thought that was awesome that someone decided to support him in that way. And when she put that on Facebook, it just blew up in her face. And now someone started a FundMe page for him, and I've also shared that with other people so he gets more tips. And he made over $100,000, and now he's going to go to like dance school and do all kinds of wonderful things. So all he did was the right thing. I mean, and it just was awesome that so many people came and had his back in real life. So that was just beautiful. So I love hearing the good stories and seeing the positive changes and the heroes that are rising up and doing good works and good deeds. And in my opinion, God's good work. And it doesn't matter. I just feel like very empowered right now. Like, I just know that the light is back. The light, it was so dark for so long, but light is coming back and things are being restored in time, and I trust that process, and I'm just so happy. I am more happy right now to be an American than I've been maybe in my whole life, to be honest with you, because I have not been happy with so many things in America, but I don't know no other way. But there's a lot of ways they do things in other areas like Canada, New Zealand, that are very good and positive and beautiful that we can emulate and learn from for sure. And I'm all about that. I'm all about the world people working together, honestly. Not just, I just don't feel just like an American. I was born here, yes, but I feel like we're all responsible for each other everywhere. I really do. And I didn't realize till recently how many people think in certain ways either. And I also didn't realize how racist people are until recently. And I'm like, wow, I'm really naive. And I just had no idea. Even people that I know, they can't see the viewpoint. They can't see the viewpoint of anybody else. It's just them. And as long as they have their whatever. I mean, I don't know. I guess everyone has to decide for themselves what they came here for. I'm always about changing life for younger generations and for the health of other people. Like I've had opportunities to do things that I could have made a whole lot of money, but I'll tell you, I also it would have been a con. I wouldn't have been really helping people. I'd have just been here, I can make this and it can do this, and here you buy it for, however, $100, and people do that all the time, and people presented me with those type of things to do business that way. If it doesn't feel right within you, I'm not going to do it. If someone came up to me and said, here's $1,000, just because $1,000 is a lot to me, however much money, some people will do things for 20. But if someone said, here's $1,000, go vote for so-and-so, see, that's where it's different. Some people would do anything for that money, and they don't care. Like, they don't if they're uncomfortable with it, they get over the uncomfortability because the money has so much power over them. And I just won't. People have offered me money to do terrible things already, and I just won't. And then it's amazing when I say no, how many people say, well, everyone has their price. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't. That's where money can be a sickness. You know, I appreciate having money, and money comes because I can share it for good deeds and good works for other people. That's why I like having money. Do I love money enough to sell my soul? No, but it seemed like people over power and money, it's really a sickness in our society that I hope more and more people realize. I just do. I hope more and more people realize how you mistreat people by being like that, and it doesn't have a good ending. You know, there's a price to be paid for that behavior, and you will pay it in time. Now, unfortunately, I've been mistreated by people who have money, and I've been treated well by people who want to help me, you know. So you see there's different types of people. So I hope you vote for who you have a good vibe for, and I hope that you treat people well, even if they don't agree with you. You know, it's no reason to attack somebody. Never, ever, ever make assumptions about people. People have been doing that to me my whole life. For example, always engage your brain. So here's an example. What a lot of people don't realize about me, or they might have figured out, my vision is like near blind. I remember in my youth, I just can't see. And people would be waving at, you know, and then they'd see me and talk to me and say, you didn't see me waving? What are you, stuck up? You know, the truth is, I didn't see you. I'm not stuck up. If you only knew me. And I know, my whole life, it's been like that. And not just in that way. And I know that you can all relate in some way you've had that happen. People make assumptions. They think they know what they're talking about. And they jump to conclusions and don't even have a conversation with you. And now you have a label. I've been labeled my whole life. And it hurts. And, you know, I just had a hard time with this presidency because he's a bully. And I never did good with bullies. And I feel like he's bullied women. And you watch that and it's amazing how people, you know, just ignore that, and they're willing to ignore it so that they can have a paycheck and a bigger paycheck instead of rising up and doing the right thing. And we know the right thing. Let's face it. Come on. The right thing is that he should never have been in office. Donald Trump should never have been the president. And I understand why he's the president, but it, in my opinion, should not have happened. But it did happen, so I guess here you go. So now that he is, I want him gone because he's just not good. He doesn't have the heart to do this job. I need a transparent president. Tell us what the hell's going on, you know. It's like my boss. I used to have a boss that liked to keep us in the dark. Nobody knew. I need transparency. I need communication, healthy communication. Ask questions. Don't make assumptions. Don't label me. Don't put me in a box. Don't hate. And I'm not hating Donald Trump either. That's not what this is about. I don't hate him. I just don't think he should be the president. I think he's very good at what he does. So any of his followers, sure, go follow him on Twitter or whatever. He give you all the financial advice that you want, I hope, when he's out of the president. But he's a terrible president. He's terrible. So I want to see a president who's for the people. That, or we just need to get rid of government. Or we need to do something else, take that to the street. So there's a lot of chaos going on, and I definitely know that we will come out the other side of this. And when the pandemic is over, because I definitely believe it's over, however, I'm protecting myself, I said, until January 2021, and then I will determine at that time if I need to continue to be as cautious and to next March or whatever, and that'd be nice. So I can start dating, because I'm like, but it's okay that I'm not dating at the moment, because I don't mind having, another year to get even better, and be even more ready for that special someone. That'd be good. But I had to share that. I do have, I am surviving. I'm a survivor of many things. I am in therapy. I have diagnosed depression, anxiety, and I definitely manage that. And I've actually been doing pretty good. And yeah, there's still some void that I would like to have filled, but I definitely have strong faith, and I'm strong in so many areas, but that's because of people who I admire and guidance, and the me does have to be surrendered for the we. And I definitely want to thank all those people who are my personal heroes, the names that I've already mentioned, and all the people who do have the strength to do the right thing. And if nurses haven't been given, nurses and doctors haven't been given the biggest raise yet, what they do is so incredible. And then we definitely have good cops that I definitely think should, be receiving goodness, financial or otherwise. And there's just so many people stepping up. Yeah, I can't say his name right. Como. Both those brothers are just like, what? You can see they're just amazing people in the world that are trying to keep the spirit alive. Yeah, and even artists in the industry that are rising up and making music and contributions, just beautiful people. And I wish I knew all their names right now and had a list, but I don't. But Alicia Keys, definitely. If you pay attention, you can tell when she talks, she's a total healer. She's just beautiful. And I don't just mean physically. She's beautiful physically, but her soul, wow. The way she presents herself, her music, she's an empowered woman. She's doing good. So there's the goodness that exists in the world is so incredible, cannot be denied. That's what I'm talking about. There are so many great people, women, men, of all races and all all areas that are really doing the right thing. So that's what I'm focusing on today, and just giving thanks. And it's amazing too, because I want to thank God more than anything. Thank God because I'm alive. I've always wanted to be in this life. I just know that I wanted life, and I want life, and I want a good life, and I want us to all be one community and have balance and help each other along the way. And it's true what I've heard. Like, people don't know that they're lost until they're found. So I have always been found and found again and found again. And that's beautiful to live in this lifetime at this time. And things are changing and shifting, and that's just the way it is, and I'm okay with that. And I know that things are gonna just get better and better and better and better. But if we keep getting in the way and just not, maybe we should follow the blueprint that Canada did. You know, everyone just stop and do that for a few months, and all be on the same page. But we're not there yet, and I just hope that we are very soon. And everybody, I encourage to go vote. I can't tell you who to vote for. I don't have power over people, and that's actually, people need to stop trying to have power over people. You know, live and let live. But if someone starts encroaching on you living, then it is time to push back a little bit. Do it, even when you push back, do that responsibly. It's okay to have passion. I love passion. Like on The View, Megan's passion. Oh my God. I love those ladies. They're dynamic, and they're such a good team, and they are very different and have different energies. And that's what we need, to hear everybody. And everyone who has passion and yet can speak with that passion and do it in such a responsible way. You know, I'm grateful for that. So, but what I don't want is tweeting from the next president. So I don't know if we can say, next president, do not tweet that. Like, talk to us, please. Talk to us. I don't, that's like, to me, I don't know. It's just don't jive with me. Anyone who does that, anybody who does that, they just can't be as mindful and place their words as accurately, because you just go, you know, it's just like texting, send. People don't think before they send, or think before you tweet, or think before you post, please. That's all I really wanted to say. So my next video will be a short meditation, but for this one, I just wanted to kind of talk about my thought processes in a way that's actually for like my healing too, to express myself, and this was a good place to do it. Take care.